Yesterday, Clive Palmer's Waratah coal mine got rejected in a Queensland court because of the climate, environmental and human rights impacts it would cause. This is Youth Verdict. This is the group of First Nations-led 13 to 30-year-olds who mounted the case. Just in case it isn't clear how big of a deal what they've achieved is, the ABC said this mine was going to extract 4 times as much coal per year as the Adani mine. The Queensland Land Court said this would lead to 1.5 billion tonnes of carbon emissions over the mine's 30-ish years of operation. For perspective, the country's annual carbon emissions is 1/3 that, somewhere around 500 million tonnes. So this very roughly would have been equivalent to 3 full years of every Australian's emissions in one mining project. This mining was already approved by the Australian government and had some pretty major financial and political support behind it, but this lot took them to court. They also took the court to country so the traditional owners of the land could show the people involved in the case what the climate change impacts would mean for their cultures. They cut the 372-page decision short. They won. The court has recommended this project isn't allowed to go ahead because it will contribute to climate change, have direct environmental impacts, and because it will limit these human rights to an extent that can't be justified by the mining's economic benefits, which makes it the first time a court in Queensland has recommended against a coal mine because of its climate change impacts, and the first time human rights have been used in any Australian climate change case ever. So this win sets a pretty impressive precedent, and it is a win that is much needed after the crap show that was COP27 last week. It is just a recommendation from the court though. The final decision on if the mine can actually go ahead is up to the Queensland Environment Department and, crucially, the Queensland Resources Minister, who says he hasn't made up his mind yet. I will keep you posted about that.